One thing only I know, and that is that I know nothing. Wisdom is knowing you know nothing. Now the hour to part has come. I go to die, you go to live. Which of us goes to the better lot is known to no one except the God. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. An unconsidered life is not one worth living. Such as thy words are, such will thine affections be esteemed, and such as thine affections will be thy deeds, and such as thy deeds will be thy life. How many things can I do without true knowledge exist in knowing that you know nothing? Wealth does not bring about excellence, but excellence makes wealth and everything else good for men, both individually and collectively. Wealth does not bring goodness, but goodness brings wealth and every other blessing, both to the individual and to the state. Duty is a short-lived tyranny. As to marriage or celibacy, let a man take which course he will be sure to repent. My plainness of speech makes them hate me, and what is their hatred but a proof that I am speaking the truth? To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. May the inward and outward man be as one. Be true to thine own self. He is not only idle who does nothing, but he is idle who might be better employed. Is it true? Is it kind, or is it necessary? It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one. Give me beauty in the inward soul. May the outward and the inward man be at one. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. There is no greater evil one can suffer than to hate reasonable discourse. To express oneself badly is not only faulty as far as the language goes, but does some harm to the soul. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. Living well and beautifully and justly are all one thing. The misuse of language induces evil in the soul. There is no solution. Seek it lovingly. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Wisdom begins in wonder. I know you want to leave me, but the highest form of human excellence is to question oneself and others. Not life, but good life is to be chiefly valued. He who is unable to live in society, or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. To move the world we must move ourselves. My advice to you is get married. If you find a good wife, you'll be happy. If not, you'll become a philosopher. Through your rags I see your vanity. All I know is that I do not know anything. Virtue does not come from wealth, but wealth and every other good thing which men have comes from virtue. All men's souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. I only know that I know nothing. What screws us up the most in life is the picture in our head of what it's supposed to be. Be of good cheer about death, and know this of a truth, that no evil can happen to a good man either in life or after death. The greatest blessing granted to mankind come by way of madness, which is a divine gift. Children nowadays are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. My friend, care for your psyche. Know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. Socrates, he is richest whose content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. In all of us, even in good men, there is a lawless wild beast nature, which peers out in sleep. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. Life contains but to tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it.
Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe our channel.